Hi Ladybirds, it's time for a choosing time challenge today. And for your choosing time challenge today, Captain Extraordinary's first asked you to think about if you can have a think at home about as many different real life superheroes as you can, because one of his challenges today is going to involve learning a little bit about a real life superhero. So he wants you to see if you can think of as many different ones as you can before he tells you what it might be. So see if you could pause the video now and think of who you think is like a superhero in real life. Who does a job that is really amazing? It might be that you think of maybe a nurse or a doctor, for example, or I'm sure there's many other ones that you can find. See if you can list as many as you possibly can. Off you go. Well done, Ladybirds, for that first challenge. You seem to have come up with a really big list there and thought of lots of ones, so well done for that. Now there is a new challenge from Captain Extraordinary today, and he wants you to see if you can find out a little bit about the police. And that's because we've had quite a few children that have shown a little bit of an interest in the police, and so we thought we'd learn a little bit about it. And Captain Extraordinary really needs your help to have a go at doing some crime solving. Now today he's asked me to show you a little bit about fingerprints. Can you see if you can have a look at your fingers now? See if you can have a little look at them. See if you notice when you look at them up close some of the different patterns that you might be able to see on your fingers, because fingerprints are really special. Everybody's fingers are different, everyone's fingers are unique, and we all have fingerprints that help us show how we are special and help us show who we are, what makes us special. Now on your fingerprints you will be able to see, if you can, a little bit like I've done here, see if you can get your fingerprints, and if you dip your finger in either maybe a stamp, or you could use a little bit of paint, or if you don't have access to those at home, you could even use things like flour. That works really well. And see if you can have a go at making some of your own fingerprints at home. Now I've had a go at making some of my ones here, and you can see that on mine there's starting to be some patterns on some of them, and you can start to notice that some fingerprints are slightly different to other fingerprints. Now there is a special word for this, and it's called ridges. Okay, and on our fingers we all have different types of ridges, and I've shown you a few ideas here. So some of them are arched, so arc ones, some of them are loops, and some of them are whirls. And you can see that I've just shown you a little bit about what some of those ridges might look like, looking at some of the lines. Now the whirl ones, they almost look like circles or spiral type shapes. The loops go really high like a tall roller coaster and then come all the way down. The arc ones are a little bit like hills, as they go a little bit similar to the loops but not quite as high, and they're a bit more spread out. Now I wonder whether you could have a go maybe at doing your own fingerprint profile. So you'll notice a box that I've made here, and it looks a little bit like a tens frame, and we've learned about a tens frame before. Now to make your own special fingerprint profile, you have a go at dipping your finger into whatever it is you're able to use at home. So you can use ink, as I said, you could use paint, or you could use you could even try things like using shower gel at home if you've got that, and maybe dip it onto different surfaces. See if you can figure out which one is really good to show your fingerprint. Or again, flour is quite a good one. So if you've maybe got a little bit of flour in your cupboard, you could have a go at dipping it in and then putting it onto, it might not show up on paper if you do flour, but you could try to have a go maybe pressing it on your worktop at home, maybe in your kitchen. See if you can have a little look, see if you notice any patterns, what fingerprints you've got. Now I'm going to show you how you make one. So I'm going to show you with ink, but you don't have to use ink. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my finger I want to get a print of, and I'm going to put it on one side. I'm going to roll it over, and then you'll see that it's nice and wet, and then I'm going to do the same over here. So I might do these ones as my finger ones, and then leave this one for my thumb, because I've got 4 fingers and a thumb, so I've got 5 on this hand, 5 on this hand, so I could do 5 on the top and 5 on the bottom. So I'm going to roll it over onto one side, and roll it, and then, can you see? It's created my special fingerprint. Now I'm going to be able to have a look at mine now and see if I can work out which type of fingerprint pattern I have. Whether I have an arc, whether I have a loop, or whether I have a whirl. Now this might be really useful because Captain Extraordinary is obviously training you up to have some crime solving skills and some police skills, and it might mean that you'll need your deduction skills this week to see if you can solve some of his challenges. So this is one of them, is to see if you can have a go at learning how to do some fingerprints, and it's quite a fun one for you to have a go at. So see if you can have a practice of that at home today. I hope you have lots of fun, and I will look forward to seeing how you get on with that challenge. Well done, ladybirds. Bye.